Hi, today on LensVid we're going to take a look at this light. This behemoth is actually the pipeline system by BB&S, and this version is the largest that the company is making. This is a 4-foot 4-bank system and it produces a tremendous amount of light. Now we have already done an open box with this system, so what we're going to do today is do an actual review. So let's take a look. Last year we had a chance to review the portable pipeline reporter light system by the Dutch company Brother, Brother & Sons, or BB&S. We loved the system so much that we awarded it our favorite light of 2016, and indeed it gives a fantastic quality of light using BB&S unique remote phosphor technology. You can read more about it in our previous review. The only real drawback that we found with the system was that it wasn't very powerful, as it was designed for vloggers and to be used from a distance of between 30 and 60 centimeters or about 2 feet. Luckily, BB&S decided to use the same technology and create a larger pipeline system. You can actually buy several lengths of pipes which can come in banks of 3 or 4 units. The lighting system that we will be testing today is the largest of the pipeline LED systems, 4 foot 120 centimeters long, 4-bank with a blinding lighting output of 16,000 lumens. Just for comparison's sake, the Pipeline Reporter Kit dual lights produce just over 2000 lumens together. So let's take a closer look. The Pipeline 4-bank system that we have tested is large. At 4 foot, the version that we tested is almost 20 centimeters or 8 inches wide and weighs about 3.5 kilograms or 7.7 pounds, but actually feels even heavier. As we shall discuss shortly, this is definitely a large Pro Studio light which requires a substantial mounting unit. The Pipeline 4-bank system is extremely well made and very robust. It is all made out of metal, including the PSU and the controlling unit in the back. The only plastic parts are the front cover and the included diffuser. The light came almost fully assembled. We only had to connect the cable from the PSU to the controlling module and plug in the power. The Pipeline 4-bank system has several mounting options. There are a number of threaded holes on the top and the bottom of the light, however they are smaller than a 1/4 inch 20 and we're not sure what their purpose is. The main mounting system for this light is a reinforced built-in specialized threaded piece made by 9 Solutions. The light comes with a separate adapted Manfrotto/9 solution, dedicated heavy-duty ball head with a baby pin female receptacle and a magnetic threaded part that attaches to the light. As ingenious as this solution by 9 solution is, excuse the wordplay here, we would rather have a simple baby pin connector with no thin threads like you have on most heavy-duty studio lights. Luckily, BB&S explained to us that you can remove this dedicated connector and connect a common KinoFlow mount plate with a baby receiver, so you basically have both options. The Pipeline 4-bank system is unbelievably powerful, but the light that it emits is still very soft. Here is a quick demo of how the light looks on my face in a fully dark room from a distance of about 2 meters or 6.5 feet at 100% power. This was shot at f4 at ISO 100, mind you, very impressive as you can see. Now we get to the quality of the light, but first I would like to mention that our version of the Pipeline 4-bank is a 5600 Kelvin unit fixed. You can also get this in 3200 Kelvin or 4300 Kelvin or a bicolor version if you like. We didn't encounter any color cast with this light, just like we would expect from a light at this level. However, mind you that at full power it is very easy to get an overexposure with this light, which happened to us a couple of times, so be mindful of that. Since we didn't have a professional color meter, we are hoping to get one for testing and general use later on this year, we decided to shoot our color chart with a Pipeline bank, the Manfrotto Lycos, which we are also going to test, and an outside in the sun, and you can see the results on the screen, all unprocessed raw files. As we have mentioned, the light coming from the remote phosphor tubes on the Pipeline 4-bank is powerful but soft. It does come with a plastic glass diffuser, which we have used all the time. It does work fine, but we found it a bit strange that BB&S used 2 rubber bands to attach it to the light. For such a high-end light, A rail on the side of the light would probably be a more reasonable solution. We also don't know if you can use other light shaping accessories with the light, and if this is important to you, we suggest that you contact BB&S before you get a unit. The lights comes with a controlling unit in the back which lets you increase and decrease the light's power, and in the B-color version change the light color as well. As long as the light and its controller are accessible easily, there is no problem changing the settings. However, if the light is placed in a tall spot, or like we did in our case on a boom, it is much harder to reach. This is why BB&S created an optional remote which we highly recommend you get if you buy this light. We also suggested to the company to create an additional wireless controller, although you might be able to perform the same function using a DMX controller which you can connect to the unit. In terms of actual use, we worked with this light for several months, and as we have mentioned a few times in the past, besides LensVid, our main photographic work these days has to do with our vegan food channel called Veggies, and part of the reason why we were so excited to get the Pipeline 4 bank is the huge power output and a high light quality, which is exactly what we needed for shooting our food making videos. The light performed great for this task, producing even, soft but strong light, although for our purposes a squared light would probably do a much better job. Also, despite its power output, the light emits relatively low heat, and even after many hours of usage at 100% power, it was not too hot to the touch, which is important especially when working with food. Also worth noting, the light is passively cooled and emits no sound at all. So let's try and sum up. The BB&S Pipeline 4 bank system is a formidable lighting unit, both in terms of sheer power and, as we have seen, also in terms of quality. You do need to consider a number of things though. This light is very big and heavy, probably not something that you're going to take with you out of the studio for anything but a very serious production. Even when in the studio, we would highly recommend a very robust C-stand with sandbags and weights, and if you're going to use it in one particular location, just hang it from a wall mount or from the ceiling. As for pricing, as you might expect from such a pro-level system, the BB&S Pipeline 4 bank unit isn't exactly inexpensive. The current pricing for the system is about $2,500, and we would also suggest that you add the BB&S remote unit, which is priced at about $300. At the end of the day, if you're looking for an extremely powerful and very high quality but soft lighting system for your studio or high-end location work, and you have the budget and room to spare, the BB&S Pipeline 4 bank system should definitely be on your potential buying list. So this was our look at the BB&S pipeline system. Remember that BB&S also makes smaller versions of this light if you're interested in the quality this light produces, but in a smaller form factor. As always, you can read the full review on lensvid.com. Don't forget to subscribe to our YouTube channel. See you next time.